In Burning Banners, players will be playing through various scenarios based on player count, controlling kingdoms either as the invader or the resistance. Depending on the player count and scenario, you'll be given specific instructions and maps to use. Each player will represent a kingdom, each with their own armies and specific rules and abilities. Once the board is set with settlements, players take turns building armies, moving and attacking enemies while vying for control of the board. Units all have a movement rating and a combat rating. Players can activate each ready army moving across the board, including using ship movement along the coasts, rivers, and seas. When adjacent to an enemy settlement or army, you can attack. When attacking, you will roll light dice and heavy dice based on that unit's combat value. Light dice are 6-sided and heavy are 8-sided, and when you go to attack, you will roll, getting successes on 5 and above. Defenders get to roll as well, and certain hex types like mountain terrain, for example, grant the defender an extra light dice to roll as they have the advantage of the terrain they are on. A player defending a city as well will have a permanent garrison, allowing them to roll 3 additional light dice. Once all dice are rolled, players compare results, and if the attacker has more results than their opponent, they deal damage equal to the difference in successes. This may allow the attacking player to move into that settlement and loot it, gaining gold. Most kingdoms also produce gold each turn, equal to their income level, which is raised by placing control markers on the board. Gold can be used to create new armies in a friendly entry hex or in or adjacent to a friendly settlement. This may allow you to defend held positions or give you fresh troops to further your advantage. If you have any units that are weakened due to being attacked, you can also pay the recovery costs in gold to keep them on the battlefield. Players will go back and forth positioning, strengthening, and attacking the opposing team until one side has either every kingdom of theirs collapsed by having all their cities razed, or if at the end of a season a player has satisfied the victory condition laid out in the campaign settings. In this particular scenario, the Oathborn represent the resistance who are trying to fend off and outlast the Orcs. The Orcs look to have control or have raised 6 settlements at the end of any one season. If at the end of a season they have done this, they win. The Oathborn win if they survive 3 seasons without the Orcs taking over. The Oathborn are special in that they have a unique unit, a miner, who can work the mines to produce extra gold. The Orcs are a Shashka kingdom and gain extra money from looting, but they must pay 1 gold for each control marker on the board during the income step, and if at the end of any season the Orcs do not have at least 1 control marker on the board, their kingdom collapses and that player loses. They must be ultra aggressive, always claiming new territory, and they flood in from the east of the map. The Oathborn dwarves must stay true to their hardy selves and outlast the Orcs.